before all the sales kicking in. So next week's still gonna be a chill one, and then it's gonna be week after that with sales starting. I'll see. Alright, so kind of no point buying stuff for now. Really, the sales are coming. They coming. See what's up. The escape simulator. Hades on sale too. Nice. 50%. Pathologic too. I'll need to get that actually. I will need to play through that one. The second one is not finished yet though, right? I guess you want to get the full shit, you will need to go for the classique, I guess. We'll need to go for the classique. I'll need to do that one too. We'll get there. I will get there. Vampire Survivors on sale. Control. Let's check it out. What do we have? The Stallcraft. Damn son, it's out now. Free to play, mostly positive. What is this Poga? The Giga Poga. 9th of December. They actually did it. The Madman. They have the Super Stalker Minecraft there going. Yeah, what a time to be alive. The MMO FPS. Moving the starter packs from our in-game store. Some starter packs and stuff too. Well, I mean, it's free to play MMO FPS, so it's clear. Negative reviews from all the Russians are mostly molding. I see. Playing the game for more than 4 years. Might as well like not on Steam. Imagine open PvP game where the game encourages higher level players to come to low level areas and harass the little guys. Classic. Classic. Some party can get actual loot from players. Legit, just no reason to actually engage in PvP at all. Literally Stalker with the Minecraft art style twist, alright. Fun for a while when you're under geared and starting out, everyone is just trying to survive. Once you start getting geared, you meet the players who only play to kill other players and the fun vanishes. Despite downvoting, I'd still say I give it a go. It's free after all, Look forward to trying this game again in a month's time when it's quieted down a bit, and I will review my review then. Great game, terrible community, and very common that people say the hard R N word. I'll say. The post-apocalyptic games community there, I'll say. Dynamic PvP. Classic, classic. Still kind of like overall doing quite good, seems like. Nice, Steve, nice. And Choo Choo Charles is farming indeed. How much is it actually? Civilized world. $10 here seems like. Oh, very positive. Almost overwhelmingly even. Turning down all the big publishers. I mean, in my opinion, like it's quite often nowadays not even really needed that much. There are apparently services now, like the publisher as a service, sorta. So you just pay them if you want, like, you know, translations, like ports and stuff like this if you really need to. And don't need to sign, you know, contract with the devil. It's good when you like unknown, I guess, completely. Now, this game got like quite a lot of publicity from all the shows and stuff, so yeah, I don't think they really need the publisher that much. And that's good, that is good. Solar Ash, it was an Epic, right? Exclusive for a while. You can probably see by some molding potential, you know? Actually, a lot of polish there. Yeah, released on PC for over a year, arrived with bugs and optimization issues. What a taboo to be alive, man. So many games getting fucked by optimization. Like, come on, man, why? Why? Chain decos, A sword of channel magic aboard your mech. Chain Deco is 16-bit style RPG set in a fantasy world where dragons are as common as a pilot in mechanical suits. Very positive even. Deck 13 publishing actually, huh? The Rev was playing it, right? Fall Bumper correct. I heard there's some good stuff with this one. Yeah, it looks nice at least. That looks quite nice. See, I see. It's time, it's time. Want to show him who's the boss of this game, dev, The love letter to the old school RPGs, I see. Hard downvote, this guy's mad. Locked progression. You get stronger by hitting milestones in the story. No XP levels, the stat increases from fighting. Literally cannot travel to other zones since you will get one shot and there is no way to level. Cannot earn new level classes since the fights are impossible and no way to level or progress. Literally required to run straight to the next story point even though there are large fields and music scenery to enjoy since the only way to progress is to hit story milestones. Seriously, who thought it was a good idea? Is the battle locked into a short area with a small series of battle? No one said that this was a bad idea. The giant a failure in execution. I mean, I, for example, rather not do like a bunch of repeatable grindy fights in JRPGs. Tell you that. Tell you that personally. Depends how hard log the progression is. If it's literally you get nothing from fights, just from the quests, that's like the story progress. That might be a bit. If you get nothing from fights, that makes it even less motivating. But overall, yeah, I would rather just like have some actual progress in story going than just repeating the fights again and again to grind for some other advancement in the story or something. But that's me. Ixion got mixed. Oof. Yeah, I remember the demo. I played the demo before. Doesn't seem bad. The other mask, I kind of like, not a huge fan. It's like the repeating the fights, and quite often it just like kind of goes down to repeating the same sequence of things again and again, basically. And it just gets old. Game is not difficult, it's tedious. It does not respect your time nor your intelligence. Minus spoilers, it's not. It's complicated, a lot of good in the game. There's also many hair-pulling issues and design choices that prevent me from recommending it. Setting is nice, alright. Bang your head against the wall repeatedly until you already know what is coming. Pretty much the predetermined way that you have to play, with a slight deviation allowed, or you will fail. I see, Rev, I see, nice. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to do it. Drain your resources and ending later. Literally not sure what's the point. Well, leveling sometimes. Sometimes it's leveling. Sometimes it's just kind of like, you know, you're just like running around, minding your own business. You know, for some quests and stuff, and it just like keeps spawning some enemies, and it's just like, bro. That was actually even like in fucking South Park Stick of True back in the day. It was nice. It was a fun game and stuff, but like some of that stuff, like the JRPG stuff, was getting just way too tedious. You either already know what is coming and you min-max from the very beginning, or you fly in blind. In that case, prepare to completely rework your station, assuming you haven't locked yourself from doing so because of the full building refunding, which is actually nice. You don't have room for the materials from demolishing your bow, and then, assuming you aren't already doomed because you didn't know what's coming. Completely useless upgrades that you can waste your precious science points on, only to find that they do absolutely nothing. A death spiral caused by accidents in general. Lack of some tooltips. Useless people, game over conditions. And drain everything released. Okay. Whole bunch of looks like. Timers are too punitive, Resource sinks are too aggressive, Accidents happen way too frequently, which hampers your ability to deal with the resource sinks, and in turn make the timers worse again. Game isn't hard, it's just an unbalanced broken mess of frustration. Unbalanced to the point of absurdity. Given up playing until the death, take a serious look at redesign. Insane, alright. You begin the leveling by giving more XP and other stuff during the actually interesting fights. Well, that seems kind of what they did, right? The story quests and stuff give you the most progression. Just these fights, you can beat the game and don't need to grind. Well, for me, like the most issue is basically like, yeah, when there's too much of that. It's like unique fights, kinda, right? That you kind of get some different tactics and stuff you need to come up with. That's good. And then just a lot of like the grindy stuff. That's already not that good. Unless the carrot on the stick is good enough, you know. Then maybe. But it just gets old usually pretty fast. Hello, neighbor got mixed too. Goes way overboard, yeah, exactly. A mixed. I'll wait for sale. Good game, but I don't think it's worth the 30 bucks. Game can be beaten within 2-3 hours. Look at the bad, I say, huh? Western RPG like that? Kinda, but like not exactly, I think. From the, well, it depends, like, right? My selection of JRPGs I played is basically kind of like fucking South Park, and watching some other stuff. It's more about the respawning of stuff. Like, there are like random encounters, for example. Let's take like Fallout, for example, right? There are like random encounters, but they don't feel as repetitive most of the time because there is some variety in those. There is a way to avoid them because you can level the stat that allows you to avoid them, or you can just basically beeline out of the map to the exit. The staple of JRPG, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? The South Park is like the mild version, right? It wasn't as bad. I just remember, was it like the actually Final Fantasy 7 or something, the OG one, when like someone was running through the area and there was just like a bunch of mobs, and then I think you go back and there's again a bunch of mobs there spawning, and you just do it again and again and again, sorta. That's the tedious part. And the fights themselves takes kind of some time. And you do mostly you just do the same, you know, sequence of things basically, and you're kind of done with it. Hey, Humber, hello. Damn son. I'll do it. Do it. If you feel like it, why not? It's the same fight 10 times in the 30-60 minutes, exactly. That's the problem. And sometimes you kind of need it also, like to progress and stuff, to farm stuff, to get some XP and everything. You just need to farm those. More kind of the motivation thing though, and yeah, like even like in the South Park and stuff, right? It's to some point that was kind of fine and fun because you still were like advancing, progressing. But then at some point there's like this balance, you know, like between how tedious it is and how much value that like carrot in front of you has. And when that balance kind of goes towards tediousness becoming heavier, and that's when you kind of start losing interest and it becomes kind of just like, already, come on, man. Hey, Jingle, hello. Well, as we saw, for example, from the review, there's still, you know, people who actually want JRPGs to be like the grind fest. So I guess, you know, I guess there's still plenty of those. I guess there's plenty of those still. Oh yeah, not sure about that one, Steve, either. No, absolutely, dog. Absolutely, I understand. But as I said, I saw some other ones. Running an RPG can be soothing. That's the thing with the carrot on the stick. Yeah, like I don't mind if it's especially like MMOs. You know me, I can grind this shit no problems. It's all about this, like, yeah, the balance with like what you do, how much time you spend, and what you get out of it, really. Like, I'm absolutely down for some meditative grind, but in some games, especially single-player games, it's just kind of like harder to find that motivation to do that. Yeah, exactly, Rev, exactly. That's the thing. And I, for example, I like doing it in MMOs, but the reason is in MMOs that's something that kind of persists in your character in the world with other characters, and that's kind of a little bit of like, you know, this like the EP-ness thing, yeah, I guess. Like, it's the grind you invest that kind of means something, I guess. It's single-player game, it's just, you know, something you finish and you uninstall most likely and forget about that, and all this grind kind of just goes down the drain after that. That's the main thing. And it's kind of like more on like, you know, subconscious mental level. Like, you might even like an MMO grind and then never play that MMO, so it doesn't even matter, right? But it's still kind of the feeling that it kind of matters. Fast travel and load times, I see. Well, that too, yeah. That's the thing, it's just like, it's a lot of like those like nuances that increase the tediousness. Like, the more of those, like, you know, checkboxes get ticked, the worse it gets. Like, it's not like in particular, you know, like, oh shit, yeah, that's a bad game or something. But yeah, when there is a lot of those, then it just gets a bit too much. when you have a lot of backtracking and running, right? And when you backtrack and run and there's mobs respawning, that was in Signalis, for example, which is not JRPG, right? But that was exactly the tedious part about it, because you need to run everywhere. Even though at least you have some like shortcuts that you unlock, but you still kind of run a bunch there, backtrack a lot, and all the mobs are getting respawned all the time, basically. And that was pain. That was very annoying. And it's not even because it's like hard to kill them or something, it's just that, you know, like you kill them already maybe, and they just resurrect unless you can like full kill them, which you spend the resources that are finite, you know, that you don't have endless amount of. So he just kind of like respawns them and everything, and it's just like, dude, come on again. See, so guys say, the grind process still requires to use brain at some capacity. It depends though. Like in many MMOs, for example, there is like not a lot of brain capacity required to grind stuff, but it's actually kind of nice sometimes to just mechanically completely, you know, turn off and just automatically grind it. But the thing is, like in many games like that, you can't really. Like what Steve mentioned, actually, like having like some sort of like auto mode script basically that you create and it just repeats the same sequence, and you can just like sit there drinking tea like or something. That sounds kind of okay. Yeah, exactly. No, that stuff. It's like it's easy fight. You did that fight hundreds of times, but it still fucking happens and happens and happens again. And it's just like this, like loading in, right? Like doing the same stuff. It's turn-based, right? So you need to all these things. Maybe there's no animation speed up and stuff, right? So it kind of all like takes time just to do this fight that is completely trash and useless. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. Like not exactly about anything else, but about that stuff exactly. Like it just like generates usually, not all of them, right? Probably. I'm not an expert in that. We're just talking about that situation where in Chain Echoes, it's Chain Echoes, when I do this complaining actually that like, yo dude, what the fuck, it doesn't let me grind. Baby rage, I want to grind, man. And that's where it started. That it is actually, for me personally, it's good when you don't need to grind. I like it. I'm bored with the game when the brain is not working. It depends though. Like for me, it's just meditative stuff. That mostly happens in MMOs. And when you can just like go and like farm some resources for a while, for example, like semi-automatically. Like there is no challenge. There is no, you just kind of like run absent-mindedly, just like farm stuff, kill things, skin some animals or something, or just run and, you know, farm the chests and everything, like a New World, for example. Like I don't mind, because I can just like completely like, you know, distract myself with doing something else. You can like watch stream on the side, you can stream yourself and talk to the chat on the side, and you can like have some movie on the side, you can read something on the side, you know. It's just kind of like relaxing basically experience, but it's not for everyone, absolutely. In single player it's kind of harder for me though to get myself to do the same, which technically you can, but I'd rather just kind of like do it in MMO and everything. You can create another game on the side. Yes, have people do that too. If you can run multiple, sure, why not? Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, in single player it's just harder for me to get myself to do it. Even though if it's like a single player game, for example, where I really enjoy gameplay, then like, dude, I was grinding like Bloodborne, the Souls games, like Bloodborne especially. I remember because I basically like didn't calm down until I like bought everything from some of the traders. Like I didn't even need that really. I haven't used much of that, right? Like all the weapons and everything I wanted to try. Made like a stockpile of like, I don't know, hundreds of like the papers and everything, like the fire paper, lighting paper stuff, right? Stockpile and a bunch of blood vials, so I don't need to like, you know, be worried about them later. I had no problem because I just enjoy the gameplay, so I did that. In JRPG, that was just feeling like it's like, I don't know, not as enjoyable. Even though, like, I guess in terms of difficulty, it's the same, right? Like in Bloodborne, when you already run the same route, you already know, like, how to do it automatically, right? In JRPGs though, it's like the loading end, like into the fight, right? Then there's like gonna be like the turn-based fight that you already know how it's gonna be. It's just kind of like, I don't know, it's like feels longer, I guess. Well, I mean, actually longer, like it stalls you sorta. Yes, it's okay, I see. But I mean, it doesn't matter if it's strongest in single player because you're just gonna finish the game and uninstall. That's the problem for me. If it's like, yeah, I will grind still if it's interesting, if it's fun for me to grind. Like in Souls games, I do that a lot. Especially since I also never can decide what I'm gonna pick, especially in my first playthroughs, right? So I need like all the weapons and I want all the upgrade materials for the weapons. So if there is a way to buy upgrade materials, then like most likely I'm gonna be farming until I get like a whole bunch of weapons until the level, you know, that they comparable, so I can like try them all out and see which one I'm gonna pick and which one will continue leveling with me. And then I get like different tier of upgrade materials and I'm gonna get all of that bought and try it and you know, check all the weapons because I never can decide I like them all. Leader Mask, I see. I gotta uninstall MMO also, sorta, kinda. Yeah, but it's still there. You can return at some point. That's the thing. And maybe you'll just do it all over again, but it's just kind of like subconscious kind of feel. Like it's still something you do for some reason, while in single player it's for sure gonna be all gone. Yo, Eugene Golem. Oh, what are you doing, man? But that's me, and that's me. Enjoyable combat system in JRPGs? Could be, could be. As the server shut down. Yeah, that also can happen. That also can happen. It's mostly kind of, yeah, you just like never return, but still, you know, subconsciously, you still kind of like feel that you're doing something that will at least like persist there, sorta. Even if you never will care about it and everything, it still kind of feels a bit more right or something. Now that depends on the game. That was pretty much what happened with the... what was the name? The... what was its name? The one they remastered recently, that was the MMO initially that they remade in the single player. Completely out of my head there. Like that one was like gameplay was good, everything was good, but then it's just like it feels like an MMO, dude. Why gonna be doing this? Yeah, the Amalur. It's exactly like playing MMO. Why gonna play MMO single player when I can just go play actual MMO? And that just kind of like killed all the interest for me whatsoever. Because quests were MMO, basically, with like, you know, collect bear asses and everything. And the skill system and everything was MMO. And then it was kind of just like, not sure, dude. It was a good MMO though. If that would be out as an MMO, probably. It would be decent. It would be decent. Yeah, this one was seen before, I think, right? The Life Sim Sandbox RPG, yeah. It's a family farm the land, run a business, cook, craft, and build an everlasting legacy. And another one. They keep adding more to the Stardew concept already. Not just farming. They're getting more deeper. Yeah, the whole business and stuff too. Insane. Let's see, though. Let's see. This doesn't look bad. This doesn't look bad. Good 5 years as well. Let's see. Looks nice and reviews are good too. Not overwhelming, but you know, getting there. Getting there. Close. The $1, yeah. That will be interesting. That one I might be getting, we'll see. I was talking with Chucklefish about that stuff too. Maybe. They might hook me up with some other of their projects because I got the Wealth Roast from them. That will be interesting whenever there will be an opportunity, of course. I would be down. Yeah, with a D1. Basically. Morris in the Predator's Nest. Damn, son. Multiplayer. The fuck? First person horror. A survival game. Players take on the role of a survivor or a predator. 4 other survivors will do everything possible to escape. Let's see, alright. The DBD. Like, Predator tracks you down and hunts you. To play as Pepe's, Yeah, at this point it will be actually kind of like cool concept just to be, you know, like the actual animals that are being hunted down by Predator. That I think could be interesting concept. Maybe not that much of a... It'll be kind of complicated to get some mechanics there, I guess, working. But maybe doable. Divine Knockout for free? Damn, son. That was for free on PlayStation Plus, right? So they literally give a free game for free on PlayStation Plus. That sounds value. That sounds like value. I did have some sort of pack there, I guess. Like some stuff with it. Just another Smash Brothers like, seems like, I guess. It's free, yeah. This one is free. It was on PlayStation Plus also, so I was like, did they just actually give free stuff for free on PlayStation Plus, or did they do some more there? I see it's free here, though. I see this is free here. Snowrunner at the top, damn son. And the Wolf Fortress going, brr. Feels good, Feels good, Let's go to the Hades, Cause we will wait today on discount too. Still way too expensive here, I would say. The Wave Tail, that sounds familiar. The Thunderfall. There is a demo. Thunderful Publishing, and they have Thunderful Development now too. Some other studios there. The Waters of Submerged City. Jingle being a nice guy. Feels good. Feels good. Nick is back to the VIP role there indeed. Did assist us with some fundraising yesterday. Oh yeah, the High on Live gonna be out soon too. 13th of December. Quite soon. I wonder if it's actually gonna be decent. That's gonna be the Dice of Cringe Road if he is there. For chat at least. At least for chat. I'll see how it's actually gonna be though. We'll see how it actually going to be. I feel like it probably shouldn't be too bad. But we'll have quite an interesting humor there. Most likely. Ooh, damn, the Master of Magic. The one and only. Published by Slytherin. So that's the remaster, right? Playable powerful wizards. School of Magic 18 traits, 10 spells, special abilities, 2 parallel dimensional planes. Insane, eh? Let's go into full. Let's go to the combat also and everything. A lot of wizards indeed. Nice, a 4x. That could be an interesting one. Could be an interesting one. Garden Galaxy. Relaxin. Sky collect and organize, create your own a unique garden. Some points and stuff for that, alright. They're gonna be like kind of like this, like a dwarf romantic-ish stuff. Goes like the Townskeeper or whatever. That one got very popular there. A lot of people have been following that one. Yeah, similar to dwarf romantic. But we'll see. See, should I say, or should I? Well, I mean, that'll depend on me. Yeah, whenever it comes back. Whenever it comes back. Then I will, the little gator game, The adorable adventures, Climb, swim, glide and slide to the hearts of the many different characters you meet on your travels. The Super Crocodilo, man. Alright. Family friendly. Relaxing and cozy. This one gonna be one of those in the genre of cozy games. Starcom Unknown Space. How would that be? Action RPG of space exploration adventure. That looked more kind of like the 4X there, to be honest, so far. Is it really? Your own spaceship, discovering epic story universe. That looks like the... what was the name? What was the name? Cosmotier, yeah. That looks like Cosmotier right there, I would say. Yeah. Free. You know, like the ship construction and stuff in a way. That looks very cosmetier. Life sim farming sim cute. Another one. I find inner peace. Small open world game. Finding some chunky red panda. I see clapping, alright. The dink algorithms. Talking to chat. Well, he's talking to chat. First Reddit talking to cat. That would be interesting. That would be quite an experience. Got live next week, any hype? Nah, not really. I mean, it's on Game Pass. I don't know. Twitch chat's gonna have a field day with that game though. Yeah, Twitch chat's gonna have a field day with that one probably. Okay, not exactly my genre there, but we'll see. Since Game Pass, that actually is not completely out of the cards, but doubt it though. Choose the husband, yeah, true. Bots are stupid. What do you mean to bots? Yeah, for some reason, kind of reminds me like Despot's game or something. With the banner and stuff, like stylistically, I guess. Ultra precise 2D platformer where you give robot instructions instead of directly controlling them. Master the campaign levels or create and share your own. Mario Maker with coding. Interesting. The Yogscast games. There's a demo. So you coded some bots to do stuff. Interesting. That was kind of nice. That looks kind of nice. This looks pretty nice. There's a demo and everything too, that's good, huh? And the title, yeah. Bots didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve it. I'm not in a member we saw on one of the shows. The written game about dreams and reality merging together. Yeah, that one was one of the devs or something. Yeah, there it is. Saw it. It's one of them kind of experience type of games, I guess. A bit way to think. Insane rhythm games. This one is a bit too dank. Yeah, might be good though. Frontier Hunter. This is Wheel of Fortune. Druid 1, yeah. Son, I see the focus there. Guys, one of those in terms of art style. And those kind of look weird sometimes, not gonna lie. characters and stuff too, alright. Interesting. There's like a league champs. So do they? Are they? When Bloodstain. True clapping. Actually true. No the fools. It should happen one day. Can dress that stuff. With knives, I guess you could say Katarina. I'm not sure about Caitlyn really though. But even then, it's kind of like more of a generic, how you say, archetype, I guess, like the dual dagger character and everything. So I'm not sure exactly. The early access is gonna be out by how early access though, eh? I mean, could be kinda not too bad, eh? This 3D doesn't look too much Uncanny Valley. Some games do be like that in this style. Yeah, what do we have? And the other recommends predecessor is still going. Isn't the overprime coming soon? 82% positive, huh? Let's actually check. Was an overprime very soon, eh? Like, what is up with this now? Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's crazy. Yeah, but it's not too bad, huh? It's quite like stable, I would say, also. The dedicated group of people, that is not bad, huh? And how overprime will do. Because pretty much just same games, really. The overprime is fully free. And this one will be free when it's out of early access. So for now, you still need to buy some package or whatever. And that's a commitment. It's one we saw last time, I think. Yeah, the Harvester games, yes, all puzzles make friends and enemies run, hide, and fight in this dark adventure. Yeah, that one was a looking dank. A looking very dank, remember that one. Yeah, with the art style being kinda... Well, creepy, I guess, is a good word, Fits for the game, too. Even play as a cat, damn son. That one so far is doing really good, actually. 95% positive, huh? Not bad, That is not bad at all, This one we saw last week, too. Where are we going? The second round, Project Playtime. Free-to-play multiplayer horror game. 6 players attempt to create a giant toy while surviving a terrifying monster that roams the toy factory. 7 player controls the monster and is given only one goal: find and kill everyone. Oh, is it from the Poppy Playtime, whatever? Yeah, okay, well, Project Playtime. Well, see how it is, So they got their own Dead by Daylight running now, sorta. Which is not even out yet. It's already in the discovery queue. Alright. Got 6 people instead of 4, alright. See how it is, There's the Munchkin. And this one doing quite alright too, There'll be more. Maybe like more of a boomer stuff there already. One card game. This game is too buggy to be worth $15 at this point. Randomly bug out and you cannot play another card. On the other hand, the cards that should be playable in certain critical moments are not. Got intuitive UI. Deserves neutral rating. Are refunded. Damn son. A lot of refunded actually. Damn son. That broken. The price is pretty doable though. Yeah, Starship Troopers Exterminators too. Start showing upcoming games more too. Space Direct release good. Let's check. I did have it in my notes to see and remember. Good thing you reminded. This might actually kind of be unironically quite nice. We'll see. Yeah, we will see. The good old Starship Troopers. Card Survival on Tropical Island. Damn son. Card-based survival experience. Huh. That's some dank stuff there. A real dank reviews too on this one. What? Alright. Wait, which one showed it? Oh, which one? Oh, the old Starship Troopers, I see. A Fear and a Hunger, alright, we'll see. This one actually kind of went ham here. Interesting. Yeah, the price is also kind of like not super low there. The reviews are insane. I was kind of curious about all these, how the mechanics and stuff work in those. Because that's something, you know, that is kind of like doable, I guess, to make on your own. Because like there's way less, you know, of all the animations and other stuff going in. It's a little bit more of mechanics rather than anything. Like the focus is on mechanics rather than other elements, which makes it more doable, and that is obviously interesting to me. So I'm kind of always curious about those, and that kind of reminds me of the phenomenon of this one. No, this one went completely better though. And this went ham completely there. And these guys are insane. They got their 100th game, I think, now. Yeah. No DLCs, nothing. Just 100 games. Most of them are like not really doing super crazy, but yeah, Stocklands. Don't remember. There are like actual numbers and stuff. They sold like a lot of copies on that one. It was like mil something copies, I think. The rest is kind of like more small. This one is in mixed. Damn son. But not everyone enjoying those actually. There's like 4 dudes, I think, or something. They're like 1 game a month basically, and they do. So like 4 people, each works in 1 game for like 4 month cycle, I guess, and every month they pop something, and you get them if you subbed on their Patreon or something. You get games for free also. Quite an interesting concept there. Wait, what the fuck? Souls-like bundle. Alright. Now they got their own bundles of their own games. So these are all Souls-likes there. Let's see. And the super bundle there with all their games. Yeah, that's insane. Like one person, 4 months, 1 game. And they just kind of like keep going that way. I think for Stacklands they kind of like took a bit longer to make more content because, you know, game actually took off real hard. Don't remember, like, there is an article I could check, but yeah, it's like, I think like they sold a bunch. A whole bunch. Yeah, they're all small, they're all cheap, and you get them all if you sub to them on Patreon. And not all of them, I think. I don't remember how the system works there. I think like you sub for some amount of months and then you start like kind of getting like all a few games a month or something. Until you catch up, I guess, with their whole library. Yes, they keep like, oh, there's update and stuff actually, even for this one, yeah. So they like put a little bit more effort into this. But also no DLCs, so it's just like the game took off and they just kind of like making the free content for it, which is pretty nice. Hilton, yeah. He's gone. It's all gone. For them kids, For them kids. The Spring Blades, that was the latest one. Interesting. But yeah, like that one, I'm curious also because, you know, it's like these games are mechanics centered, so they, in my opinion, kinda, if you're not really an artist or something, just interested in like the game design and stuff, and like don't really know a lot of coding and everything, and just the entry level, I feel this might be kind of good stuff to work with. And this one took off hard actually. Insane reviews, a whole bunch of them too. No, they have like the prologue also. I could try the prologue actually just to see how like mechanics work there. That's interesting. Too complex but too fun. Fun at first, got too hard too fast. All right. Insane. Unexpectedly deep, addictively fun, and easy to pick up and play. That's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. It's a 1 game 1 month. It's for 4 dudes. Each of them makes 1 game per 4 months. So in the end, they basically, well, the development cycle is basically kinda. So yeah, they have a game a month, I think. They got 100 games now already. Yeah, you get their stuff if you sub on Patreon, so it's also monetization. It's kinda interesting monetization wise. Monetization wise, it's quite interesting. And in general, yeah, it's every month even. Well, it used to be. They took like a little longer with Stacklands because Stacklands kinda took off, so they just kinda like working on that more. Claudia, hello. Yep, that's me. That's me. So now they're pumping more content for Stacklands for free. Seems good. Interesting studio indeed. Yeah, it's kind of like the game jam professionals. The Warlords Under Siege. Mix of RTS and roguelike genre. Oh yeah, I think I saw this one before. I guess before release we saw it though. Very positive. Oh, there's some card mechanics too. Stacklands basically paid for all other attempts. I think they were kind of doing alrighty though, but yeah, it seems that one was like the breakaway. Because they had like some. There is actually like, I mean, 1 second, I had it, but I think it's faster to find it. Yep. There it is. There it is. Yeah, so they weren't really suffering before. But yeah, I think they were kinda... On Patreon's enough $3 a month and get 2 games created by them to play monthly. They're shipping just 12 games per year nowadays. The other 12 are now games from their back catalog. Patreon is actually up to $8,500 per month. And now from about 5 to 6k per month in the pandemic times. Even like before the Stacklands and everything, they still were doing... Well, I mean, for 4 people, I think they're like from the Netherlands or something, if I remember correct. Yeah, Netherlands. So like for 4 people, 5k bucks in Netherlands is probably not that good. Let's be real. Let's be real. But yeah, now they got a bit more, and they also sold the numbers. Yeah, they got like, you know, like extra million in revenue. Why not? Why not? Seems good. And they just keep pumping and pumping and pumping. China is the biggest single market, actually. Yeah, for like Western Europe, like 5-6k a month for 4 people is not that crazy. Way below minimum wage. Yeah. I basically probably need to kind of like live together, rent apartment together and stuff. Which, I mean, that's actually kind of cool. I would be down, honestly. Because I remember the times when we lived together with friends, working together online. Those were the best times, man, ever since. Even though we were living a full fucking hobo life. But I would return to that anytime. Just give me an opportunity. I'll be there. It's fun. It's fun and it's productive and it's good. Yeah, the vibes are good, man. Everyone is working together on the same stuff, or like maybe not exactly the same stuff, but in the same kind of direction. It's good. It's good. In the frat house, yeah. Those were rough times, but they were fun. So I'm kind of like hoping maybe I'll get my friends also to peace the fuck out. So we could at least do that again in another country. The fun part, they also kind of down for that, but no one wants to just kind of, you know, drop everything and go. Which, I mean, I can understand. I can at least work whenever the internet is with the PC, and they can't really. And they can't really, sadly. Yeah, one of them is now already in some Kazakhstan cafe posting photos. On the way to Uzbekistan now. A good thing for him though, that's good. Maybe you'll inspire others to go too, so I'm not gonna be alone, eh? This there, that one we saw previously. Cacao Games was just a bunch of like online stuff before, right? Wasn't it? PS Survival, Cooperated. Each you compete against each other on Destroyed Earth. Yeah, remote, it has some of that. Yeah, Cultist Simulator was probably like one of the first ones like that, I guess. I played that one a bit. It was... oh, I got a bunch of DLCs there for it now too. Yeah, this one just didn't take off as hard, but this one also kind of like more of a full price title and everything. But yeah, this one was... this one is more more deep though. Like, I guess Snacklands kind of just took with, you know, kind of more simplicity and everything. This one was quite deep, I remember. Which is a good thing, though. So, yeah, Snacklands is kind of just a simplified version of that, I guess, in a way. And, you know, I guess simple sometimes is not too bad, Interesting, Utan. 600 per month to cover everything. That's for Sweden sounds very cheap, actually, to be honest. Because normally you would probably pay that amount in rent alone. Yeah, everybody, yeah. It felt a little slow with progress, yeah. A lot of things you needed to kind of come up with and figuring up yourself and everything, and it was just taking a while. Even cook for you, so you're gonna go full goblin mode, I see. Or it's just direct pay and that's it? Or is there kind of like publishing your stuff and get like the cut of the sales or something too? Because like for 600 with everything, that sounds just way too good. That's way too good, Direct to your mean recommended them, son. And state turn-based tactics game, mercenary company. Mostly positive. A lot of reviews. That kind of seems like on And a bit more obscure. Let's hold on, I see. Interesting. Some publishing attempts even, alright. I think when you have like that many games pumping and stuff, publishing attempts sounds kind of like a good idea. Oh, interesting, hold on, interesting. Need to remember. That sounds cool. If ever there'll be an opportunity, and I'll be doubling into that stuff some more. Who knows? Dark fantasy indie horror. It sounds like some way to think stuff. Reveal biggest mystery of this place. But one person using visual scripting at the game creator. Not a single line of code was written. Damn, son. And half to you out as gameplay. That'd be another one with recommended but product refunded. just finish the game and refund it since it's short anyway. Yeah, some of the reviews seems kinda sus. Not gonna lie. Could be another one. Maybe the actual one though this time. Yeah, there's usually sometimes like I get in the like I found some of the like a bunch of like the asset flip kind of stuff, and after checking some, we found like there's like a whole network basically of different like publishers, developers who do that stuff. So sometimes it gives me some in the discovery queue, and you can find some interesting specimen there. This one is kind of like debatable. Like some are kind of okay. Seem kind of true. Well, actually, I also noticed that a lot of maybe they started doing like some AI stuff for reviews actually, even because some of them are like some dink, like the whole essays there. To be honest, for some of them, but I mean, hard to say. This one might be somewhat legit at least. Doesn't look like the other RPG Maker flip though that we had before. So this one might be the shit, the real shit. Alright, let's check out the stores real quick. See what is up there. But yeah, the ultimate blow there, exactly. A positive review and then refund. Insane. No, not own games, even though that I would also need to check at some point. Oh yeah, you wanted what was it? Fear and Hunger, was it? Yeah, let's see, what was that about? Sorry. Yeah, I need to use this too. Is it on Steam? Because it might be just not available here though, that's the reason. But that's the thing, probably not really, sadly. Can't look that up. Well, then yeah, then it's not available here probably. Turn-based fest. Let me see. Open the browser and yep, not available here. Actually, wait a second. Let me see, can I open it there? Can I get it in this stuff? No? It's not opening properly. I don't think I can. Don't think it's there. Well, actually, let me see. It could be... Here, Hunger 2. Yeah, okay, I see. Based on my preferences, it's... This game content, yeah, was not to see. Adult-only sexual content, actually. Not sure. Not sure. What is this shit? Explicit violence and gore. Dismemberment, one of the core mechanics of the game. This includes following use of alcohol and drugs, scenes of self-destructiveness, from suicide to self-harm, nudity and sexual content. That seems a bit too dank there. A little too much. I think that's the one that is kind of tagged as adult only or something. I think I saw news about that one. That's the way to dink stuff, and if it's adult only stuff, it's not allowed anyway on Twitch. So that should not necessarily needs to be hentai. Adult only is not allowed automatically. So not sure if that would be a good thing to do. The turn-based fest, I mean, I heard about that one. The Christmas sale is soon though anyway, so kinda like... Let's see, was it here somewhere? Was it not showing in these thingies? Wait, the part of the Nova Prime now available actually. Oh, this one is mixed though. Oof. How did they manage to get it worse than a predecessor though? Privacy policy is dumb. Do they even want to collect your browser history? Okay. Privacy policy issues. Alright, so like technically the same stuff, just a Virgin's Wet Dream if you want to get 0 kills, 20 deaths, play this game. That sounds kind of like a skill issue, to be honest. Don't know if people in this game are literally bots or just brain dead. That's so bad it's unbearable to play with as a team. Alright, so like MOBA already starting here. Already full MOBA mode there. People already molding. People already molding. What's the part of turn-based fest? Let's see, because I can't really see it in... on the Steam page for some reason. There we go. Well, that way I can. Yeah, buggers there. Yeah, let's see, some upcoming stuff is good there. Now, what's the upcoming stuff there? See, Fear and Hunger, I'm not sure. I think that might be a bit too much there. If it's adult only, then it's not gonna be allowed on Twitch. But not sure. If it's already ranked as adult only, but at least it said so, so maybe it could be a dungeon month. And the featured upcoming Tactical Road Lights. People are streaming it. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine then. Because I remember there was one that they, I think, played the first part, and then the second part already they said no, that's too far, dude. Also, like the horror one with a lot of with the focus on some gratified gore there. Forgot the name of that one. Sandwalkers I did then. Check. It's good. Like, Prologue was pretty fun. Prologue was pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, this was different game. Like, it was just gratified gore and everything, a bit too much, so... Like, first one still was fine to stream, second one already wasn't. That was a different game, but it also was, like, weighted dang stuff. So which ones are the dang stuff? The Book of Demons is good stuff in general. Blue and Vince played the demo. Knights of the Sacred Sons. Don't think I played the demo of this one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. This one from like I just saw like quickly in the news that it's also just like full like gore and everything for the sake of it. So I kind of like, all right. That's probably not gonna be that good on Twitch. Maybe they fine with that. Could be. You saw this one before, I feel. Urban Strive there. The demos. That's all the old stuff mostly. Well, except Urban Strife, I guess. Ozymandias, Doomed Islands, featured upcoming. This stuff. Cyberpunk. And this kind of tactical. Yeah, this is not exactly what I'm super into lately. I mean, it's not bad though. But I just don't really like crave that too much because I usually get my fix of those from like some RPGs and everything. It's also more like tactical stuff. Mars Tactics. Alright, that also seems like it. Tactical roguelite. What is this one about? Wicked Lands. Alright, this one. The mech cards time. Customize loadout, build the perfect deck. Experiment with cards to find powerful combination, enjoy tactical combat and deck building in this roguelike adventure. As a demo, that's good. That is good. Doing this forever, I see. Got a little obsessive at them, son. Well, I mean, that might be kinda nice. That might be kinda nice. Of course, I already wishlisted, but you know, I'm not even surprised. It's other deck builders, then, son. Prologue. Okay, so there's a demo, but there is also prologue that will be out. All right, going with the playway methods. That's very smart. That's very smart. Get the demo first because demos don't have any reviews. Get some first feedback, some testing done. Then you get prologue. Prologue already gets reviews and stuff. Farm some reviews and everything with prologue, and then already release the full game on the separate page. So you have two entry pages for your product pretty much that way. And the one will be with pretty good reviews most likely, since you already got some feedback and testing before. And it's free, so it's kind of prone to get the good reviews and stuff. It's quite smart, I would say. They were doing it like pretty much with all their simulators before. It's smart. It's smart. I mean, this looks nice. I could check maybe the demo if there will be nothing really to play for the first look Fridays. We'll see. We'll see. Lobo Cafe. Because what do I have planned there for first look Fridays? For the next one, think there maybe was something. I'll need to check my emails. But there might be some quiet moments and I can get some of this too. Alright, get the GOG going. Get to that GOG real quick. Check out the stores. Wasteland 3 again on sale. The full Colorado collection for 15 bucks. Insane. That's some good offer. Mortuary assistant coming soon. Perish. Yeah, the Heroes of Modern Magic. Like everything in the best selling is on sale. And Heroes is just there because it's Heroes, man. Feels good, man. Man, Divine Divinity with 90% discount. Bought that one before. Good shit. Disco Elysium too. Yeah, there should be European prices here right now, I think. Not our local ones, since you can buy shit from GOG nowadays here. Unlucky. I like it all. The Scorn soundtrack for 15 bucks. Don't remember it being that crazy. Oh yeah, Heavenly Heroes of Antidomi is unrated with an unrated patch there. Alright. Could tell that for some reason from the banner. I don't have any demos. Oh, you mean the more on the featured stuff? More like deck builders? Yeah, there's more even. Mao Kenshi I was kinda planning to check. But yeah, that one is published by Iceberg, right? Yeah. And Iceberg has, I don't know, something wrong with their email or something. Because they send me like, yo dude, we have this stuff. Wanna try? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go. And that never reaches them. For some reason. Because they never actually send the fucking key in the end. So I have no idea what the fuck is borked with them. Probably need to like try to approach them like Twitter or something, like, yo guys, how's your email going there or something? Because you kinda suggest but then never actually reach in the end. Like, come on, dude. And yeah, Sandwalkers I played. Sandwalkers demo was good. Solemn Infernum sounds familiar. I'll check. This one. Shardpunk Verminfall. It sounds like, feels like they just like got like a whole bunch of names together. It reminds me of what was its name? Mecha Jammer in a way. Kind of like similar-ish style. Maybe this one is better though. Maybe this one is better though. Let's see how Mecha Jammer going actually. Nowadays, because it kind of was interesting. I kind of wanted to play some of that, but then it was a little special. Oh, I remember the announcement of this one. Yeah, they didn't show any like gameplay or anything there. I remember that. No, that's the gameplay, I guess. The fuck is that, dude? I mean, it's quite an original look, but like, especially in miniature, that looks like some like, what was his name? Like the Kylo Ren from the meme or something, just with wings. Yeah, wait to think. I'll make a jammer. Yeah, let's check. How's that one doing nowadays? Still mixed. Unlucky. Oof, very mixed, I would say, too. Deep in the mix there. Yeah, they left only, like, sales, I guess, as announcements now. Yep, so... Yeah, that's probably not gonna be changing, alright. They just kinda abandoned it, seems like, sorta. Hey, Roman. The definition of mix, yeah. I remember they planned to do some, like, a redoing of it, but yeah, it seems like they just kinda said no and left. Wait, December 2021. What the fuck? Oh, it was December 2021, alright. I was just like, oof. What? Oh, what? A beard is gone. There's no more beard there. It's over. Don't you get it? Not ready for prime time. Still not ready for prime time even. I mean, kinda suck. Yeah, I guess the publishers didn't just decided. Well, actually, there was a refractured update there, so I guess they did some, but they did get some chance. Yeah, so March was this. Yeah. Okay, so like it was out in December and March. They still do some of this. So they did try, but seems like it didn't really work. It's quite a lot of patching there. How's the comments going? Localization, excellent. Trading been fixed. Removing negative review till I check out this project again after all this great post-launch support. It doesn't know. No ultra wide. Trying our best. All right. No, they were checking. They were checking. And they were still trying to fix it, I guess, for some time. But then it kind of stopped after March, seems like. Maybe they're working on another big update, or maybe it's kind of gone now, since it didn't work after one attempt. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works nowadays, though. Yeah, like it's with everything. It's with everything, really. Like same as like it's the same discoverability issues like on all platforms with all the types of content. Like be it like, you know, video content, streams, games, anything. Like you can be like, you know, the super giga talent and stuff, but no one will give a shit unless no one if no one sees that, if no one finds that, then no one gives a fuck. You get discovered, then might be not even that talented, it's just gonna go. It might just go. But I mean, you better be talented too. And then it's gonna be another Amogus. Was Vampire Survivors star that bad? Like, I remember Amogus stuff, that one was just kind of like forgotten, I guess, for years, and they were already playing to start like a second game, right? And then like boom, was it Soda, I think, digging it up, and here we go, the Twitch meta for months and everything, and here it is. Fucking plushies of Amogus in the stores, in the local stores and stuff. Insane. Zero press coverage because too ugly, I see. Yeah, the press coverage is like, I think it's like really hard to get. That stuff is hard to get. And they should try more like streamers and everything. But then again, like when I was reading like the game dev Reddits and everything, like they just kind of like everyone just assumes that, you know, a streamer is not gonna even touch anything without like paying them and stuff, without getting paid. And I mean, there's like plenty of streamers who like way smaller who don't really mind. Is good for whatever looks good. I think you kind of just need to like manage to like kind of sell your game with like an email in a way, because they probably get like a lot of those in there. And if it's just like, yo guys, like check my indie game, I made it myself alone, or something like this, that's already not cutting it anymore. There's just like full inbox of those nowadays. So like there are some like the rock paper shotgun, for example, I think, right? Those guys do a lot of like kind of smaller indie, kind of like obscure-ish games, for example. But I also kind of noticed like some of the things they review. You check the reviews like on Steam, amount of reviews and everything, and maybe they don't have enough audience, maybe they don't have the right audience or something, but it seems like it doesn't really do much. They don't want the smaller ones, they want those 10k and just to play them for free, yeah. Well, I mean, some things, even the small ones also want to get paid for their, like, you know, to play their games and everything. Maybe some people do, maybe I'm just Pipiega who, like, you know, kind of like agrees to just play something because they send the key and everything. But yeah, and that's also kind of thing like some of the marketing agencies who, as I said before, like most of them, they just kind of like just send keys to streamers anyway. So they maybe like approach those agencies, and agencies like, oh bro, nah, you'll need budget, you'll need money, and then they just like send keys, and whoever takes it, they just tell like, yo guys, we like paid them something, so they play your game, here they are, they played it. No idea. The only side that actually reads emails from indies is Rock Paper Shotgun, I see. I mean, the thing is like the websites in general already kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like give it like a few more years and probably like no one's gonna be going to those websites really. Like a lot of them already kind of flopping, like IGN got cuts, I think like the Game Informer got cuts and everything already. Like it's just all the content creators and all the platforms who just kind of like do the same but sort of better with without like loads of advertisements, without the need to pay some subscription or watch some ads to see the full review or something. So they kind of going down there in a way. In a way, yeah. So people see this, people watch that stuff and read that stuff less already too. So I think it's all nowadays basically is like the streamers and stuff. Because as I said, like Rock Paper Shotgun, sometimes I just like see something that they reviewed and I check the Steam and it's like nothing. I mean, you can try even. Let's see. Kinda need to find some like specimen because, you know, not everything they review is completely obscure, of course. But let's see. Hughes. Yeah, what is there? Well, actually, just by looking that, I saw what I wanted to do also. That's, by the way, also on their website, so we can check that. But that says a little more popular already, in a way. I'm not gonna be showing them, but why? That literally was... gone. They removed that from here too. Really? I was checking like last week or something. Titles excluded based on this stuff. No, it probably like called differently, I guess, for now or something. No? Let me see. Oh, there is also like Rock Paper Shotgun premium subscriptions. So I can't even check that. Kick. Alright. Kick. Yeah, what the fuck is with Space Rag then? One moment. Oh, okay. Item currently unavailable in your region. Wasn't that actually... made by a Russian dude or something? Alright, well. Rip that one then. Let's see. Unlucky. Can't check how those reviews go then. He literally was like checking last week or something. Looked interesting. Be down to try that one at some point. Maybe on full release. I guess not. I guess not. One moment. Well, there is this thing I guess we can check. Let's see. No, yeah, considering that that's something they reviewed too. Yeah, like 36 reviews. That's it's still kind of like on the good side, I guess, because some I remember I was checking after their review and there was like nothing. Like no one even knows about those games. Well, not too bad. That's not too bad. I mean, the SteamDB rating shows here. Norman is 92% positive. But new rating algorithm there, right? I'll see. Yeah, weird that they just removed it. Yeah, it was even available until it was gone. Kick. Yeah, lowest recorded at the price 306. Yeah, so it was actually available. One day and then poof, gone. Maybe they saw like a lot of purchases from here or something. Dude, holy shit, the regional prices for like Argentina and Turkey still. Holy moly, dude. The Steam updated the recommended stuff, so it shouldn't be that bad, but yeah, still. I'll see. Like I kind of thinking next year probably will be me traveling with the Kazakhstan or something just to make like a Steam account, because prices are pretty much the same as here. Like I'm not gonna be winning much in terms of prices, but at least I can buy shit there. The time to be alive, dude. Did you use zero traffic to their site? That's true, yeah. That is true. That's how like that's the problem with websites too in this sense. Well, I mean, I guess like with YouTube and stuff reviews also. Like you get the search traffic requires someone to search for those things, right? So yeah, if people don't search for stuff, then you're not gonna get any visitors from that. So yeah, that's the case. That is the case. Okay, one moment. Is there anything? Oh wait a second. This one reviews. Let's see. What else do they have there, for example? So like the dragging some obscure games like this is actually good for like streamers and YouTube content creators, because they have their like brand, their own channel, their own phase that they promote and stuff. And then for them, some new obscure game is content, basically. Like maybe no one's gonna be looking for it, but at least your already existing audience will enjoy it probably. That's why the content creator promotions and stuff, in my opinion, are better. And not even like a review, I feel like a lot of obscure things anymore. Like most of the stuff I see I kind of like recognize from like the shows and everything, so maybe I guess they also kind of changed that a little bit. Well, still kind of more on the indie side, I guess. And the Dome Keeper and everything, even though like Dome Keeper is, in my opinion, already was very popular actually, so that's not exactly the obscure indie there for sure. Alright, let's check more stores, get on at the news side of things, which is actually kind of like more or less dead this week. The Game Awards took all the attention, all the spotlight. And outside of that, there was not that much. The crime was a rocky city at that fiesta. But I wonder if it's gonna be anything but just a bunch of like kinda already quite irrelevant actors, I guess, in a way. Most of them, I would say, I guess, just coming in to get the bag. The game itself will be potentially kinda lead-all, but we'll see, I guess. A few PR channels pull off things with Dawn Keeper. I mean, yeah, they did good with actually, let me see, who was that? Was it them directly or was it someone else? Because yeah, I got the keys for the Dome Keeper too, and that's why I played it. But I don't remember, was it them directly, or did they work also with some like management sort of organization for that? All right, that was this, and that was oh no, that was them directly. All right, yeah. So Raw Fury has their own department for that. So, I mean, for publisher, I think that's how it should be, really. If you want to be a successful publisher, you need to handle those things yourself, and you need to handle them well nowadays. And there is a lot of like companies that do this PR nowadays, which PR is like literally just having the base of emails where they just must send the key offers. That's all they do, and there's plenty of those. A lot of those like literally like one person or something just doing that, and everyone is like the super PR company, and judging by like, you know, the amount of context and everything, there's a lot of like developers who actually get into that. Like some like literally like one dude with HTML page and everything, who is also a streamer or something, and they just like, you know, they're just sending once in a while use like a bunch of keys for games that are not even like completely obscure, I would say. Yeah, they get paid for it too, you know, when it's like literally on the base of addresses, which you just like probably just have a parser or something that just like parses Twitter, for example, accounts of like content creators or their like official channels on YouTube and Twitch. It just like gets everything that looks like an email, and then you are now the PR manager, dude. You know, you need to have a skill though to set things up so your emails don't end up in spam folder though. So you need to work on that a bit, because a lot of devs who try to do it themselves, they usually end up in that. They end up in my spam folder, which I at least kind of check, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't. Especially when you start getting a fuckload of piles of emails, you probably kind of already stopped doing that. I still kind of do. Sometimes pull some interesting stuff from there, to be honest. That was Grey Block. That was an experience. That was an experience, for example. Totally worth dragging out of a spam folder. The Honka Impact toward them. Yeah, we'll get a gun machine. Oh, there it comes. The mystery games. Is this one also mystery game? And they're gonna just start. There should be like the Christmas Fiesta free games coming soon, I guess. See what we're gonna get. See what we're gonna get. Live hard. I mean, yeah, it is. If you're like a one-man wrecking machine, you know, you want to do everything, then yeah, it's pain. It's really painful, even like for content creators, for example, but for devs, it's even harder. For devs, it is even harder because the thing they do on themselves is because you need to be something else on top of content creator, really, because you kind of also need to make content and you need to get discoverability while also making the game itself. So I would say it is quite the pain until you get all the, like, you know, different team members, publishers, managers. Then things become better. And you can focus on what you like doing. Otherwise, you need to be the jack of all trades, master of nothing. Alright, will there be something I want they're good on sale to buy? Because in Epic I can actually buy things, And that space rack actually like, got me mad. Like, what the fuck, dude? Why? It was available and everything. Could even buy that, and then poof. Like, come on, dude. Come on, dude. The master of all trades. Well, that's way more complicated. That's some four-headed device, yeah. That's a four-headed device there. And you call an Exiles update. A new specimens and Jurassic World Evolution. Not that much. Genshin Impact, time for a game of cards. And the card mode is actually kind of nice, to be honest. Would I specifically go out of my way to play Genshin Impact just to play cards? No. Is there better stuff? I mean, kind of yes. No, this one is a little maybe kind of like unique take, to be honest. I'll give them that, actually. Like, it's not exactly your generic kind of TCG. I don't know why I like Latvia. I think compared it to Hearthstone, it has like nothing to do with Hearthstone, really. More interesting, but totally not something you would just go out of your way to play. Not to mention you need to kind of like get quite like deep in the game to even get access to the card stuff. It's kind of like, well, in the game, I guess, in a way, content sorta. So you need to be quite invested already to get access to that. So not sure about that. That was alrighty though. It was alrighty. Guilty of being Russian, no games for you. Yeah, seems like it. So now we're all gonna be all gonna be becoming Kazakhstan citizens and everything, and opening accounts there and stuff. Which technically you don't even need to go to do that, to be honest, because there's like the payment, the Kiwi payment system that works, I think. So you can technically like just do that and use that as a payment system. That's how basically like everyone from here buying games on our Steam here, you still use Kazakhstan Kiwi. So might as well just make a new one, I guess, there with that region and just get stuff there. A lot of people probably already do. Like my friend does through Turkey and everything. So people do that already. And the fun part also, like the global keys work no problems. Like whenever like devs actually send the keys, and some of the stuff might not be available, but you know, it's the review key and it works. And it's also funny. Like if you want, you just go for like some global keys and have no problems. But they'll need to go through some shady sites and everything. So it's not like they're stopping people from playing their stuff. They're just creating, you know, more hoops, promoting somewhat quite sussy activities with all those key selling sites, right? And well, obviously piracy too. Instead of just, you know, kinda selling their stuff. Alright, stores done. Let's check them news real quick. Because there's really not that much this week. There's really not. Let's go. Let's go. Well, yeah, some that we obviously already dug through the week. So some of that will be repeating, of course, but still. Xbox Series X and S first-party games will cost $70 next year. Well, that one was kind of like obvious. If like all the platforms increasing the price, like it's clear that Xbox will also would catch up eventually anyway. So. That is not even surprising. PS4 and Xbox One games will remain $60 though, alright. Yeah, Sony was the first. Now they're catching up, so I'm not even surprised there. I'm not sure really why though. Price reflects the content, scale, and technical complexity of these titles. Dude, like in my opinion, they should just roll like with inflation or something. Like, yo guys, we haven't increased the price for a while. And inflation was ticking, and now inflation is really brutal, so we're gonna increase it now too. I think that would be like way less questions and kind of even more like probably sincere than saying all this. Content scale, technical complexity, yeah, we've seen that complexity with some recent releases. When they are so complex that you can't even run them on your PC properly whatsoever. And the content and scale on some of those is also, you know, just wrapping it up in one day. Very scale, much content, such technical complexity, insane. I mean, there are good examples, but a lot of good launches are actually just indie titles that still cost like half of this price, really. And they still, you know, have the content, they have the scale, they have technical complexity, and they actually run. The choice in story-wise, yeah. I mean, it is like from intensive to extensive. Instead of making kind of games deeper and stuff, right? They make them kind of shallow, but they're huge. And that's where you get like all those like huge open worlds, which are kind of like, they're huge, yeah, sure, scale is there, like content you could say there, but it's like, you know, they're like a filler content most of the time, which may be also kind of complicated to make and stuff, right? Like, takes time to design and everything, but I would be fine without it, honestly. Your graphics, of course, advancing. Not even that sometimes, to be honest. Not even that sometimes. Flashbacks to Valhalla, yeah, like the Assassin's Creed and like Far Cry and stuff is the perfect example of that. Like, they're not bad games. It's just like they're fucking huge, and a lot of this like content and scale just comes, you know, from like just being huge for the sake of it, sort of. Like, I would be fine completely, like, the price would remain the same, but maybe even lower, but it would be, like, smaller and more condensed, you know. I would be down. And if technical complexity wouldn't be so complex that it actually doesn't fucking run properly and has all the stutters and everything. There's way too many releases like this nowadays, huh? So I kind of, like, not a huge fan of this, like, the development costs increasing. Not to mention that a lot of that is also being offset by engines becoming more advanced, right? A lot of things way more like convenient and easy to work with and to make and everything, to automate a lot of stuff and everything. So I think that compensates kind of the complexity. So a lot of this comes from bloat, basically. That is not really needed. That is not really needed in my opinion. Not to mention that they also like compensate the lack of income by using all the DLCs and microtransactions in games too, quite often. All these DLCs like almost 100% nowadays already. So yeah, kind of like not a huge fan of that argument there. Oh, you already dishing from what else? Okay, alright. 50 hours in and it's too big, alright. Elden Ring's Coliseum's finally opened and free PvP update today. Yeah, those like my friends were bolding, man. Who cares about this shit, dude? Who cares about this PvP? Where's my content update, dude? Where's my DLC? I'm like, bro, you just like finished it recently after like 200 hours of playing or something. Do you really need more right now? Relax. Relax a bit. And that's the thing, he also was kind of like already like, thank god I'm done now. Like, I missed so many games when I was playing this after work and everything. Like 200 hours something I think was his playthrough, and he did all achievements in the end too. Pushed for all achievements. He was like, dude, thank god it's over now. Like, it's good, but I got so tired already. And now they're still molding that, you know, wait, where's the DLC with more content, man? Why PvP? Microsoft commits to bringing Call of Duty to Nintendo post Activision acquisition. So like if Sony doesn't want to, they are ready to get 10 years for Nintendo and for Steam too. Which I think Gaben said just like, Gaben when Giga chat, he said like, we don't need any commitments, dude. Just do what you want to do. We're down if you want to be here. But yeah, looks like that didn't go anywhere yet. The Epic 360p 15 FPS, I think it's just gonna be cloud. Another cloud release. Which I actually have no idea how they run there. I haven't heard anything about it. Any Switch enjoyers who do all those cloud games? How does that go? Everyone comes back to Steam sooner or later anyways. Basically, yeah, basically. Pretty much. The FTC wants to block Microsoft's acquisition of Activision. According to press release, the commission, whose purpose is to protect consumers by promoting fair market competition, voted 3-1 to file a lawsuit to prevent the deal's closure. Thus, a federal judge will weigh in and make a decision. Among other reasons, the FTC cites Microsoft's record of using previous acquisitions to suppress competition from rival consoles and point to the publisher's purchase of ZeniMax in 2020 as an example, stating Microsoft decided to make several of Bethesda's titles, including Starfield and Redfall, Microsoft exclusives, despite assurances it had given to European antitrust authorities that it had no incentive to withhold games from rival consoles. Alright. It would have a motive, means and motive to harm competition. This hypothetical examples including Microsoft potentially reducing the quality of non-Xbox version of Activision games or services, withholding content from other platforms, and manipulating pricing in an anti-consumer manner. Let's see. About all those PS5 exclusives, yeah. Well, I mean, that's why Sony is quiet right now, though. There's like no releases, no announcements. They just like sitting there waiting until this is over so they can roll out all their exclusives. That was Microsoft during the Game Awards. Yeah, they just were promoting Game Pass. That's it, pretty much. Nothing else. Nothing else. I mean, they might be having their own show. They might also be kind of chilling because of this stuff. To not, you know, not attract more wrath, basically. By showing more like stuff and more games that will be potentially locked on their platform. Phil Spencer was there, though. But yeah, didn't show anything. Panda Global CEO removed and Cup final postponed after Smash Bros. Esports controversy. Alan Bunny was previously accused of attempting to sabotage the now cancelled Smash World Tour. Bros. Esports tournament organizer Panda says Alan Bunny is no longer CEO. Bunny is replaced by interim management committee and identities kept private due to harassment concerns. A Panda Cup final delayed due to security concerns. Refunds will be issued. Insane. Delayed the Cup final for its current Super Smash Bros. Championship following the ongoing controversy around the shutdown of rival tournament. Oh, okay, that's how it happened. Upon a heard of concerns of the Smash community and is taking immediate action. Alan Bunny is no longer CEO, effective immediately. However, Esports Insider observed that Bunny is still owner of Panda Global. Not CEO, but owner. I mean, you can't make him unown it, though. That's not how it works, really. WT organizers claimed that it cancelled the event after Nintendo chose to end their partnership, as WT also accused Panda Global of attempted sabotage, claiming organization Bunny specifically had been telling potential partners earlier this year that SWT would be shut down. Panda's official partnership with Nintendo is not an exclusivity deal, and Nintendo said in its own statement that it did not require Smash World Tour to cancel its event. But Panda has received a widespread criticism via social media since SWT allegations, with reports of players and commentators pulling out of the Panda Cup in protest. Esports site Event Hubs reported that over 80% of Panda Global's sponsored fighting game team have resigned amid the controversy. Dude, the fuck? Bunny no longer in position as CEO, Panda Global has instead formed a temporary interim management committee, although the identities of its members have been kept anonymous due to concerns over harassment and safety. In addition to running the company and helping to seek a replacement, the IMC will work with any members of staff who wish to resign, including releasing them from contractual obligations. I mean, Nintendo keeps taking them L's on all the esports, man. So like dudes basically like got their championship cancelled by Nintendo. Panda did acknowledge and regret one interaction between Bunny and a sports broadcaster beyond the summit in reference to specific allegation from SWT, but claims it took steps to remove the possibility of miscommunication in the future. They basically Nintendo stopped one championships, and that championship said that it was sabotaged by another championship, so now both championships are fucked because one is cancelled and the second one, like, everyone is pulling because it's like a bad rep for them and everything. That's the way to go, man. Who needs those esports anyway? Who needs them anyway? A lawsuit against Zaum, a majority shareholder, withdrawn. Studio says Carcander's case against it will not move forward in Estonian courts. Zaum partner and Disco Elysium producer Carcander has withdrawn a lawsuit against Tutreke, the company's majority shareholder. Carcander's lawsuit surfaced last month, claiming that Zaum CEO Ilmar Campos had cheated him out of 1 million as part of a larger plot to acquire control of the studio. Well, apparently they already returned. Yeah, Estonian Express reports that Campos and the Tutrike has paid the 4.8 million euro back to Zaum. So basically they just like withdrawn 5 mil from the company to buy the rights that company holds. Or other way. Yeah, they buy the rights for 1 euro and then resold it for 5 million just to get those 5 million that they used to buy the shares of the company. So, like, bro, fuck is that, man? There's some gigacorp maneuvers there, basically. You know, they returned the money, but still the question of, you know, of obtaining those shares. So they kind of like admitted that the money that they yoinked that way was yoinked, basically. But seems like they're not returning the shares. So we'll see how this will go. At least they got some money back, so that's what even though do they really? Like, they pay the money back, but they paid money back to the company. And the people who actually made this Elysium, they were fired from the company. But I think one of them is still kind of like part of the partial owner or something, so I guess it's still kind of technically returned to them in a way. But mostly it probably returned to the company, and they're not even part of the company, so for them that doesn't even matter. It's all about the copyright and the rights for the game, not the money, really. So that is quite a fiesta, man, I would say, all this Elysium stuff, and it's really sad. But maybe actually it's not even that crazy bad, as long as they will be able to keep working on stuff and make something new. Like a different, well, I mean, different universe would also kind of suck because they were working on that for like so long. It's their universe after all. That was worked over like 15 years or something, I think, built over that time slowly. That would kind of suck. ZeniMax QA workers to vote on forming union. A vote to take place in the next 4 weeks to unionize as part of Code CWA, first at Microsoft. And the Microsoft doesn't care. Microsoft pledged in June that it wouldn't stand in the way of workers wishing to unionize, and confirmed yesterday that it would remain neutral toward the union and provide the clear guidance to ZeniMax managers on neutrality. It's like Microsoft going full Giga Chat mode, And then there's like the soy Activision that is trying with all the union busting. And these guys are just like, fine, unionize, boys, let's go. We don't care. Yeah, we don't care. It's also confirmed by ZeniMax workers, with the newly formed ZeniMax Workers United Group saying that the vote will take place over the next 4 weeks. Yeah, we'll see. That's good, huh? That is always a good thing, huh? CD Projekt to undergo structural changes as Spoko merged into Red Studio. Layoffs expected as mobile subsidiary is absorbed following plans to shut down The Witcher Monster Slayer. So their Witcher Pokemon Go also didn't go anywhere. So I think like the Aripota one died. Yeah, I guess this one also died. So I guess no one managed to get another Pokemon Go that is not Pokemon Go so far. Game did not reach our business expectations and will be shut down June 30th, 2023. Then 1 million downloads within the first week. Even the announcement of the game's existence helped push CD Projekt's share price to a new record high. But it did not reach the business expectations. Interesting. What are the numbers? What for them would be considered not, not reaching the expectations, considering it also kind of was pretty good. The start was good. But maybe it was just the start. DPR going full corpa. Well, I mean, I think the going full corpa was kind of the attempt to actually recreate, their own version of the successful mobile game, just to kind of ride the train. But I guess, yeah, that did not reach business expectations. Indeed, it sounds quite corpa there. Yuji Naka reportedly arrested again. Balan Wonderworld maker faces second allegation of insider trading this month. This guy is farming Alice, man. Second time in the month getting caught. And this time relating to Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier. Former Sonic Team boss was rearrested alongside ex-Square Enix employee Taisuke Sasaki, who was also arrested alongside Naka earlier this month. The pair are accused of investing in A-Team Entertainment based on non-public knowledge about Square Enix's plans to collaborate with Japanese developer on the Final Fantasy mobile title. Asahi reports that Naka allegedly spent 144.7 million yen, $834,000 on approximately 120,000 shares in A-Team Entertainment prior to the game's announcement. And last time he did spend 20,000. So on this one at least he went ham though. So last time it was like only 20,000. I guess then he liked it and went ham. Could be knock, could be. Could be worse indeed. A Redfall and Starfield getting delayed. Think so? I kind of like... I'm not sure. Like Redfall in general to me looks kind of like... kind of meh. How does he have 800k? Well, I mean, he's the Sonic creator, man. So... he probably managed to get some savings and stuff. Considering Sonic franchise is fucking huge, maybe he still even has some sort of like royalties or some shit from that. But yeah, Redfall just kind of like doesn't really look that interesting to me, so it's kind of hard for me to judge, I guess. But I feel like I'm not sure if delay is gonna change that much. PUBG Mobile surpasses $9 billion in lifetime revenue. Genshin Impact hits $4 billion. Global installs and spending for PUBG Mobile down 27%. Genshin revenue sees no change. The PUBG Mobile was launched in March 2018. Damn son, the time travelers. Wait, so PUBG Mobile March 2018. Genshin was 2020. Alright, let's see. Technically, PUBG Mobile is even like a better pace really there. Considering the time, if we just like compare, it's like 2 years versus like 4 years basically. And they have like 4 and 9 bill. That's pretty good. And that's a good result. Kind of doing better than Weeb stuff. That's a rare one. That's a rare one. PS5 and Modern Warfare 2 helped drive November spending to $6.3 billion, US monthly charts. Alright. Total game spending 6.3 billion, up 3%. Software spending down 5%. Hardware spending up 45%. Accessory spending up 10%. Total game spending year to date. Down, down, hardware up. Well, looks like the supply of PS5 indeed refreshed itself, so now it's pumping. Replenish PS5 stock help drive hardware sales, yeah. Call of Duty number 1, God of War number 2, Pokemon number 3, and Sonic number 4. And here's FIFA still kind of quite high there. That's quite impressive how FIFA just like in the last like couple of years or a year just kind of like poof, all of a sudden popular in the US. Like was nowhere in like the ratings, no one cared about FIFA. And now boom. It was in third spot last month. All of a sudden. Suddenly some interest. Still some Elden Ring. Even NHL is like down. Crazy. Top 10 mobile games based on US spending. Candy Crush, Roblox, Royal Much, Coin Master, Clash of Clans, Ebony, Pokemon Go, Township. Not even Genshin. Damn son. Not weaving it up hard enough. Not weaving it up hard enough there. Yeah, exactly. They are like different. I mean, they have Madden, they have NBA, they have NHL there basically, right? And although well, Madden is kind of like higher now though. Maybe it's because it's like newer than FIFA. I'm not sure actually when the release was and everything. But yeah, it was like higher than Madden last month basically. Closer to release of the FIFA, right? It was like third spot pretty much. That is crazy. Oh, the Outbound Ghost dev says Digirati released game without permission. Canonical Games is exploring legal options as it alleges publisher refuses to hand back control. It's another case of some Pipiega publishers, I see. Quality of the Outbound Ghost release. According to a video statement from developer, relations with the game publisher have allegedly dissolved and it is refusing to hand back control of the title. Currently studying the appropriate legal action to resolve this. It will do all that is necessary to resolve the situation and protect the game. The title was released physically and digitally across multiple platforms. News about the game's poor quality console release began on December 1st as the developer shared his grievances on Twitter. Never wanted this version of the game to come out, but due to circumstances out of my control, this is the one that was released. A week later, Greenheim released another update which said that Outbound Ghost was put on sale on Steam by Digirati, a decision that the developer did not authorize. As of writing, Digirati hasn't responded to Canonical Games' claims. However, December 4th it said that a patch to address performance issues for the Switch version was still pending approval. Yesterday, game publisher released a statement that said Digirati has released over 50 titles on console and launches with situations such as this are the exception. Remain firmly committed to making further improvement to the Outbound Ghost as quickly as we can. Additionally, Canonical Games' video statement explained that once the situation is resolved, he will self-publish an updated version of the game. My priority will always be to do right by the fans of the game. I will keep you up to date as much as they can. Well, that's more of those publishers for you. More of them publishers for you. The quality publishing, man. There's also probably like not available or something. And Bound goes there. Well, by them. Bigger. Or? No, didn't find. Just wanted to see. I see when it was on Steam. Oh yeah, it says console games. Maybe it wasn't really. No, it was. Oh, the game is no longer authorized by developer. Oh, okay. So I guess they kind of like closed it on Steam. No longer available on Steam Store. Oh, I see. All right. I was out in September even already. All right. Mostly positive and recently mixed. I see. So, I mean, it kind of actually did go quite well on Steam, at least. For the time being. And then got removed from sale. Alright, so what we do have is, let me see, a bit of a recap from the awards real quick. We watched it, obviously, on stream live, so I'm not gonna go through everything in detail. Then, here's FAQ. Good. Alright, let's see. So, what did we get there? The biggest reveals of the night was confirmation of Hades 2. Confirmation. I think we heard about that before. Fallout Supergiant gains critical acclaim 2018 roguelike. Alright, we have a FAQ for that one. Kojimbo made an appearance with Death Stranding 2. PlayStation 5 version. Respawn gave a look at Star Wars Jedi Survivor. March 17, 2023. And that will be interesting. Yeah, the Ghost Story games led by Bioshock creator Ken Levine gave a first look at the Judas debut title. The trailer was a little too dank. I would say a little bit of like the Atomic Hearts kind of dank, sorta. But looks very Bioshocky indeed. Fantasy shooter from Call of Duty veteran Brad Robin is also in development. New company Ascendant Studios now working on Immortals of Avium. That trailer was kind of like no idea like what it's gonna be about. That trailer didn't really show much what even to expect really. It's like some like that one was the some sort of like spell casting, yeah, fantasy shooter like for around built around spell casting and everything. We'll see. Division owned Toys for Bob making new multiplayer Crash Bandicoot game. Crash Team Rumble. That was a lot of people disappointed in that one though. Everyone thought there will be some interesting announcement, some new Crash, and they got this Rumble thingy. We'll see, I guess. Might be at least kind of fun, but yeah, totally was a lot of disappointment then. Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon in development. Arrives sometime in 2023, actually. Not made by Miyazaki though, and made by the Sekiro designer, which is actually not really a bad thing. Sekiro was after all pretty good, right? So why not? Might be interesting, we'll see. Trailer was kinda cool, but also kinda not super informative, I guess, let's put it that way. Just a bunch of, you know, cool mechs doing the shooting, that's it. Bandai also showed Blue Protocol, that will also be published by Amazon. We'll see how that will be. Transformers Reactivate, close beta December 2023. That's also kind of like just Transformers cinematic, no idea what it's gonna be even. The online action game. And mobile announcements, Vampire Survivors on mobile for free. And the new Valiant Hearts game on Netflix now. Another platform for you. If you didn't have enough. Atomic Hearts lands February 21st. Scars Above sci-fi shooter from Manhattan Games arrives February 27th. More shit. Company of Heroes 3 and Destiny 2 expansion. February 23rd, February 28th. If you didn't have enough games still, here you go. A new Binance spin-off title series, The Lost Demon. Switch March 17th. Not sure about that one. Even though it's made by Platinum, so could be kinda, but it's all about the gameplay really. Crime Boss Rocky City, March 28th. I kinda feel it might be not that crazy good. But, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Meteor Maker from Behavior Interactive, aka Dead by Daylight devs, April 4th. So it might be kinda interesting, but yeah, it really will depend how like the editor will work. Might be kinda like this like weird, cool Mario Maker sort of thing. Airship Syndicate gonna be online RPG title Wayfinder. Due out in spring. That one kinda, I mean, it could be interesting, but we'll see though. I think it wasn't out, or is it out in spring and there's gonna be tests soon or something? Suicide Squad killed at the Justice League. Lands May 26. Final Fantasy 16, June 22nd. Lauren confirmed August release for Baldur's Gate 3. So basically, like, only July didn't get shit so far. Everything else from February, like January is also kind of clam, I guess. But like everything else, like February until June, including some June. And then already August starts again, back to season. Other confirmed for 2023 titles: Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord, VR stuff. Could look kind of cool though if you're into VR shit. Hammer 40k Space Marine 2, kind of gameplay trailer, but wasn't that much of it really. But I mean, looks good, I guess. We'll see. And Diablo 4 trailer was good, even though like no gameplay, but there's already so much gameplay on YouTube and stuff. I think that like there's plenty of that going. Just gonna wait for it, which also was like June or something, right? Space Marine 2 Collector's Edition? No, I have not actually. I have not. There is some dang shit there. I mean, they can farm the Collector's Editions for Warhammer games. Like, dude, there's so many people into this shit. Like, a lot of people probably will just buy for collectors, not for the game even. Couple of DLCs en route, Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. That I will actually kind of probably need someone on GOG to oil me up a bit, because I own Cyberpunk on GOG. And the GOG doesn't work with us anymore, so I will need some third-party assistance a little for that DLC, because I wouldn't mind playing this one. I like Cyberpunk, that was good stuff. Horizon Forbidden West, Burning Shores DLC, and add-ons for upcoming Fire Emblem Engage. That is not even out, but it's already add-ons announced on fucking Game Awards. Like, dude, alright. 1 second, I'll check it. And the Celeste developers working on Earthblade stated for 2024. But I mean, that was like some dink announcements there and everything. I was kind of happy with that. Yeah, seems pretty nice. Store exclusive. Wonka is. Includes interchangeable head, eh? Damn, son, my favorite. Damn, that's like the kilo. 1.2 kilos of statue. Not too bad. Quite good, eh? The chunk, man. Days Gone developer distances itself from former director. Even has the game, amazing. Yeah, what a twist. Ben Studio does not share his sentiment, nor does it reflect the views of our team. So director basically went full mold mode, very hard. So he was shitting on everyone. On journalists, on the content creators, I guess in general, on developers, and everyone. So like basically everyone was at fault. The game was great, he did good. And he gone now. Well, I mean, he was already fired before actually, so... But still, they needed to distance themselves from him, even though he was already gone for some time. He'd be a good dude, eh? Personal view on the critical reception of its intellectual property does not reflect the view of his team. Tech issues, which he blamed all on devs. Well, I mean, which kind of makes sense, but he did it like in the way, like, you know, it's all them, I did everything good, it's all developers, basically. Like, I'm not the part of the team, I guess, or something. Not my fault. Viewers who couldn't be bothered to actually play the game, and Vogue reviewers who couldn't handle a gruff white biker looking at his date's ass. Well, that totally prevented a lot of games. There's totally not a lot of games with such protagonists that didn't do well. So yeah, I guess all those games getting canned by bad reviews. Berries and small dodges. I don't remember actually, Steve. Yeah, I actually also don't remember. I'm gonna replay it soon actually. Well, before the release of new one for sure. I gotta replay it. It's been a long while since I played it. Diablo 4 devs described mismanagement crunch. Current and former Blizzard employees talked to the Washington Post about the game's troubled development. What a twist. Let's see. Activision Blizzard is not mandating crunch, it is incentivizing it with perks some developers described as paltry. Those perks range from $25 in DoorDash credit for people working more than 10 hours a day to a stock bonus plan where developers who finish the game and stay with the company for at least a year after can get anywhere from $5,000 for entry-level employees to $50,000 for senior-level developers in stock if performance targets are met. If performance targets are met. I smell some trap there, probably. Argosh. Yeah, dodge rolls, I see. Yeah, parry's probably not really. Yeah, parry's probably not really. Maybe when you go full melee closer to the end, I don't remember. But kinda doubt it. Employees are blamed for poor management for the crunch and repeatedly shifting release date. Can parry or block, I see, alright. Yeah, gosh, exactly. Original director Lee Barriga and lead designer JC McCree, both of whom were fired last August in the wake of state and federal gender discrimination lawsuits against Activision Blizzard, were blamed for not following through on decisions, abandoning features, and throwing away the work already done on them. Micromanaging, pursuing certain elements of the game, and then losing interest and delegating them for others to finish. A process that was set to begin burning people out. Former Epic Games and Irrational Games veteran Rod Ferguson was also cited as a problem. Having parachuted into Irrational Games late in Bioshock Infinite's development, Ferguson had some reputation for getting troubled games across the finish line. However, Blizzard employees said that when he joined the team in February of 2020, his big contribution seemed to be launching a Roadcast, a weekly Zoom meeting where several hundred people would listen to him mix addressing legitimate development issues with talk of movies or celebrities he knew. Damn son, what a guy. He should make it not on Zoom, he should make like a Twitch stream and force everyone to sit there and watch. Easy. Easy boost, man. Easy viewers. People got frustrated because we all thought he was gonna come in and fix the game. And when nothing happened, that's when you started to see this massive turnover. Let's see. Factor developers said exacerbated the loss of experienced developers and institutional knowledge were poor pay, unsatisfactory working conditions, and morale. Yeah, working at Blizzard now probably is not very fun after all the lawsuits and stuff. For those at Blizzard Albany, seeing their former studio head, Jen O'Neill, promoted to co-leader of Blizzard and then resigned months later, saying Activision Blizzard refused to pay her the same as co-leader Mike Ibarra, was a further blow. You're like, man, I feel like I'm working for the bad guys. One woman who formerly worked at the Blizzard Albany said, I feel like any work I do is tainted by this name. That kinda in the way how it's gonna be. As you may know, game development in general and Diablo 4 specifically follows an iterative process where the scope evolves over time. Production on the game is going extremely well. Overtime is voluntary and limited to specific teams. We regularly survey the team on their professional well-being, and the latest results are the most positive they've been in years. $25 DoorDash, dude. Doing the work. I mean, depending where they are. From exactly getting those DoorDashes, that's probably potentially just like one little meal or something. Alright, so we get the FAQ on the Hades 2 by Supergiant Games. So let's see. What is Hades 2? A roguelike dungeon crawler in which you'll battle beyond the underworld of Greek myth using dark sorcery to take on the sinister Titan of Time. Studio's first ever sequel builds on the best aspects of the award-winning original in an all-new, action-packed, endlessly replayable experience, rooted in the underworld of Greek myth and its deep connections to the dawn of witchcraft. Watch our reveal trailer, which we've seen. As the immortal princess of the underworld, you'll explore a bigger, deeper mythic world, vanquishing the forces of the Titan of Time with the full might of Olympus behind you, in a sweeping story that continually unfolds through your every setback and accomplishment. New locations, challenges, upgrade systems, and surprises await you as you delve into ever-shifting underworld again and again. When will Hades 2 be available? The release date of Hades is still to be determined, as we still have a lot left to build. Will Hades 2 initially launch as an early access game? Yes. Like its predecessor, Hades 2 will be available in early access for some time leading up to its full version 1.2 launch. I think part of the reason probably is they're gonna get the early access again on Epic or something. Just to farm some Epic money and then full release on Steam most likely. Yeah, pretty much the same stuff. See, I think it's the same exactly. Not sure about down even, but probably maybe though. Early access means you'll be able to purchase and play work in progress version, optionally contribute feedback, gameplay data. I think this time I might actually just wait for the full release because I burned out in early access of Hades 1 so hard I still haven't played the release ever. So I'll think about it really. Platforms will Hades 2 be available on? Expect Hades to eventually be available for both PC and console platforms. We'll announce which platforms are available closer. Prior to that, we plan to conduct early access phase on PC on both Steam and Epic Game Stores simultaneously. Same platforms on which we conducted our early access for the original game. Well, actually, I think maybe they released on Steam still in early access, right? I don't remember actually, so I guess we'll see. We'll see. We will see. They say going Epic exclusive was a mistake. I don't remember. I mean, why would they? They got like free money for early access, and then they released on Steam with some insane reviews, more polished with more content. Sounds like not the bad strat for me. Yeah, I guess it depends how much Epic's gonna pay them. Yeah, that's true. That might be true. How does Hades 2 relate to the original game? Hades 2 is a direct sequel set in and around the underworld of Greek myth after the events of the original game. Okay, after the events. Cronus, the Titan of Time and the wicked father of Hades and his brothers had escaped his imprisonment in the depths of the underworld to wage war on Olympus. Oh, okay, so it's like after. I thought it's like maybe even like prequel or something because Titans, you know. Can time itself be stopped? Don't need to know anything about the original game or Greek myth to enjoy Hades 2, but if you do know the ins and outs of the original game or the classical mythology that inspired it, you'll find plenty of connections as well as plenty new challenges you'll have to learn to overcome. We want for players to experience a strong sense of discovery in Hades 2, whether they are experienced with the original game or not. Who is the protagonist? In Hades 2, you play as Melino, a princess of the underworld, an immortal witch and sorceress with powerful magical abilities, a deadly skill with a variety of shadowy weapons, and a score to settle. Like her brother Zagreus from the original game, a sister of his. Melino is not a character of our own invention and is based on an ancient underworld deity thought to be related to Hades. What little ancient mythology exists about her was more than enough to make us want to explore her story and connection to her family, and in so doing expand on our vision of the underworld. Alright, let's see. So that's kind of all irrelevant and they just expanding. What's the connection between witchcraft and Greek myth? Witchcraft is integral into numerous Greek myths, including some of the most famous, as well as many that inspired the original Hades and of course his sequel. Central to this ancient and oft-feared and misunderstood practice is Hecate, the secretive goddess of witchcraft and the crossroads. She plays a significant role in classical mythology surrounding Hades and the underworld, and has been an influential and deeply compelling figure in the witchcraft, myth, and folklore in a variety of cultures for thousands of years. So much so that we felt we needed a whole new game to try and do her justice. As with the original game, our aim is to be faithful to the spirit of the classical sources that inspired us, from Homer to Hesiod. These extends to our portrayal of witchcraft in this game, given its strong ties to many of the myths and characters at the heart of both Hades and Hades 2. Mythological tales of ancient gods and heroes live on by being told and retold, adapted and filtered through new points of view across time. We'll be excited to share ours once again. Let's see, who's developing? We are Supergiant Games, small independent studio based in San Francisco. Since 2009, we have strived to make games that spark your imagination, like the game you played as a kid. More than 20 people on our team, a few more than on the original Hades, including all 7 of the original members of the team that created our first game, Bastion, and worked together on all our games ever since. Work on one main new game project at a time, and Hades 2 is that project for the foreseeable future. You never made a sequel before, why now? Original Hades is our most beloved game and one that we loved building together as a team. Especially since it drew so much inspiration for classical Greek mythology, we always imagined the possibility of new stories in this world. But that in and on itself wasn't enough for us. With each of our projects over the year, we've aimed to take on a new challenge that stretched our team creativity and taught us more about how to make games well together. One such challenge we've long considered was to try and make a sequel that could somehow recapture the sense of wonder and delight of its predecessor. Some of our all-time favorite games achieved this. The question is, can we? Hades 2, with its new perspective on shadowy and alluring aspect of a Greek myth, is our opportunity to find out. We get to keep building on foundational ideas that have captivated us since Supergiant's early days, while expanding the world of Hades in a variety of ways we find very exciting and hope you will too. I mean, there is probably part of true in this one, but I mean, is it really? Is it really just that? I think that probably is, yeah, just like it's a combination of factors, of course, but I think money is pretty big one there, to be honest, because it's just easy way to get some good funding. Which for independent, self-funded and everything studio sounds pretty good. How long has Hades 2 been in development? We started working on Hades 2 in earnest at the start of 2021. Hades 2 multiplayer game, or are there any plans for multiplayer? Like its predecessor, Hades 2 is a single-player game. We have no plans for multiplayer as we are creating the gameplay and the narrative of Hades 2 with a solo experience in mind. You created the animated reveal trailer. Collaborated with Studio Grackle on our animated reveal trailer for Hades 2. First teamed up with them for our Hades version 1 launch trailer. Had such a good experience that we knew we wanted to work with them again to introduce Hades 2 to the world. I'll see. Yes, there, as always, the dankness. We work with the NoClip again on a video documentary. Alright, film. We've been in talks with NoClip about our current plans. It's too early to say, alright. Will you say more about the game? We'll have more information about Hades 2 as we get closer to our early access launch. We may also update this FAQ from time to time. However, much like our past titles, we'll leave most details about the game story and the characters for you to discover. I'll see. Well, I mean, that's also kind of like interesting view on that, though, that they just wanted to try, at some point also to make a sequel, but like it seems like they are trying to captivate the spirit of original just way too hard, because they're really using a bunch of the same stuff. But I mean, sure, like I'm down. As I said, I would be completely fine if they just said, we just want some funding and everything, just need to stock on some dough a bit. Well, well, we have luck on. We want to gamble, basically. Nothing bad with that. Alright, so this gonna be all for this week. Seems very quiet this week. It is. It was quite a quiet one, well, except for the Game Awards. That one, I would say, was very big this week, and that one was very nice. But we also kind of streamed it, and my coach streamed it, right? We watched it together, so like no point kind of going through all of it in detail. We did a bit of a recap, so we kind of saw that already coming and what happened there. So it was a nice week overall. Announcements were really good. So yeah, that's not that the holidays are coming and stuff. Yeah, so it's gonna be kind of probably somewhat quiet for a while. See, they were interesting.